Welcome to week 6. So we're going to get back into the Pokemon World Domination Draft League. We are going to be shooting to try to reach the 4-2 record. We're 3-2 right now. We got back in the win column last week if you were able to check out that video. Now, like last week, this one was done live on my Twitch. If you want to check that Twitch out, the link is in the description of the video. We are up against the Immortal Drampas this week. Captain of that team is Mr. Bloud, and we're going to see if we can get that dub. Enjoy the video. Best of luck to you, Bloud. Let's see who can get the dub. Officially underway here in week 6. And we're trying to get back into a win streak. Reb. Ooh, alright. Good play. Good play. Obviously, I want no part of this thing. We're gonna go into a Azumarill. And it's funny because I almost led like Stunfisk, which I think would have been good. We're gonna go into a Azumarill. And we've got a Flare Blitz. This is gonna... well, it's gonna do some pretty decent damage. Alright, not bad. Taking that recoil. We're gonna go, I'm just gonna go for Aqua Jet because I don't know what he's going to do. Yep, he withdrew, as I thought. Corviknight's gonna come in. Now, what is Corviknight going to do? See, I should have knockoffed, actually. I should have known he was gonna switch, but at least I'll be able to see what he's gonna do. Yep, and he has leftovers. That's fine. That's fine. I am totally fine with the leftovers. And it's going to bulk up. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think that Corviknight wants to stay in on Stunfisk. I can't imagine that he does. Because I don't think he can do anything to me. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to go for Earth Power, expecting a swap. Obviously, I'm going to be upset if he doesn't swap. But we're going to anticipate the swap because I don't think Corviknight has anything to hit the Stunfisk with. Yep, so he is going to swap. And, oh, Gigalith is going to take some damage. This is going to hurt. Now, the big thing here is he is going to have Sandstream. Now, the problem with Sandstream is it's going to be giving him, well, a little bit more in special defense. Let's see how much his Earth... wow, that actually did some excellent, excellent damage. And we got the special defense drop, which is huge. Now... the interesting thing is he going to expect that is he going to think I'm Specs? Because if he thinks I'm Specs, then that's fine. And honestly, I want him to think that I'm Choice Specs. Nope, okay, so yes, done. We're just going to take out Gigalith. This is good, okay. So... if we can get some other kind of... oh, that crit... that didn't matter, though, because we did enough, and then we had the special defense drop. It's not going to make a big difference. So we are able to take the lead in this battle. Stunfisk putting in work. He got a kill this week. And Excadrill's going to come in. Okay, well, I'm not even surprised at the send-in. Like, I am not at all surprised. No, you know what? We're going to take a big, big chance here. And we're going to go for the Earth Power. I shouldn't, but we're going to do it. It's going to go for Earthquake. And that, okay, yeah, that did... okay, that killed. That actually... being bulky, I thought there was a chance that we might live. So that tells me he's probably Sand Force. He is probably Sand Force, I'm pretty sure. Because I think with having the bulk on Stunfisk, there was a chance that we would have lived. So that's fine. We're just going to be going for the Aqua Jet. if Excadrill swaps out, it's fine, because that's what I want. I want Excadrill to swap. And it does. And Corviknight is going to come back in. So we got Excadrill out, which is huge. So what we can do now... Okay, we're going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm. That's fine. Alright, and now the problem with Stunfisk being out... The problem with Stunfisk being out... Let's see. Now, is this potentially risky? Yes. Actually, no, because I have to send in Ferroseed. Because Ferroseed is our definite answer to Corviknight. There is nothing that Corviknight can do. Even if it hits this Brave Bird. I mean, that does pretty nice damage. But we're going to get some damage from the Iron Barbs, which is important. It's going to get Leftovers recovery. That's not a big deal. And we're just going to, knock off Leech Seed, knock off Leech Seed. We're actually going to go for the Leech Seed. Oh, and it's going to roost. That's fine. That's fine. I will let it can roost. I don't care because none of us are going to lose any damage. We're going to go for the. We're going to spit some seeds at it. Okay, so we're going to seed it. We're going to get some health back, and we need it. Now that Brave Bird did a little bit more than I thought it would do, but it's fine. And now we're going to set the rocks. And so Corviknight is going to swap out, probably because of the Leech Seed. And Raboot is going to come in. And we are going to be... Oh, no, we're just going to set the rocks. That's fine. Now, I can't afford to let Corviknight... Not Corviknight, Ferrothorn. I can't afford to just let this thing die. It is definitely going to die. So, we're going to just switch back to Azumarill, and whether they expect the swap or not is okay. And he's just going to go for Flare Blitz. Alright. Now, I don't know if he's just going... Oh, that does some big damage. And yeah, look at that damage. Alright, so the Sandstorm is gone. Sandstorm is gone. Now this should be interesting. Okay, so do I go for it's risky, but we're gonna actually go for knockoff, anticipating that Raboot is going to swap. And it does swap. And Corviknight, perfect. That is exactly what I was going for. So Corviknight is going to come in, and we're going to be going for the knockoff on the Corviknight. And this is going to do some pretty big damage. And we're going to be getting rid of the leftovers. Now, the only problem with this thing... The only problem that I have with this thing... Actually, no, we're going to switch to Rotom. No, we're going to switch to Rotom, because if we can burn... the Corviknight. If we can burn Corviknight, yep, and it's just going to go for Roost, that's fine. Obviously, they expected that I was going to switch there. That's a good play. And we're going to be going for the Will-O-Wisp. So, I don't care what they send in. And, okay, Excadrill is going to come in. If this Will-O-Wisp hits, we're in awesome shape. And we get off the Will-O-Wisp. That is very important. We needed. That is something that we absolutely needed. We absolutely had to get rid of that. We had to get rid of Well, not get rid of it. We had to burn the Excadrill because that is going to slow it down. And let's see what it does. It goes for Rapid Spin. We're going to get some more damage on it. That did absolutely nothing because of the burn, but it's fine. And now we're going to get some Iron Barbs damage, and it's also going to be hurt by the burn. It is going to be spinning the rocks away, but I'm not too worried about the rocks. And we're just going to go for a Leech Seed at this point. And it's going to go for Earthquake. Let's see how much this does. That doesn't do much. We tank it very nicely. And we're going to be going for the Leech Seed. Now, what I am trying to do is I just want to force Excadrill out in some way. I don't care how I force it out. I just want to force it out. Alright, so we're going to be... We're actually going to... Oh, and he is going to swap to Raboot. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're going for. We have Raboot in, and we are swapping our Ferroseed, and we're going to be switching in Noivern. Now, Noivern, we can go Choice Band, okay? Not surprised. And we're going to be going for the Boom Burst. This is going to be doing a lot of damage. Raboot's defenses aren't that good. We're going to be able to get a boost from the Throat Spray as well. So even if he switches, our Throat Spray is going to activate. Now, I don't think they're expecting Throat Spray. I don't know if they're thinking, well, maybe he's just running just like Roost, which I actually don't have Roost. And they are going to be swapping into Excadrill. Okay, that's actually not the swapping I expected. And we're going to be going for the Boom Burst. Let's see how much this does to Excadrill. Well, basically nothing, but it's fine. And we are now going to be getting a rise in our special attack. Alright, so that's what we're going to be going for. Now, no, we're just going to go for Flamethrower at this point because it's going to take it out. I don't want to waste my Dynamax. So we're just going to be going for Flamethrower, and Excadrill is going to go down. So Gigalith and Excadrill, two of the Pokemon I was worried about, are down, which is excellent. Puts us in really good shape. And now we've got Sigilif coming in. And Sigilif, this should be interesting. I don't know what this thing's going to do, but we're going to be going for the Dynamax. And we're going to be firing off a Max Airstream. This is going to be upping our speed, as well as doing some nice damage. Now, should I go for Dynamax now? Well, maybe, maybe not, but now that Excadrill is out of the picture, I feel much safer being able to make this play. And we're going to be doing some big damage to Sigilif here. Coming off the +1 in special attack and coming off the Max Airstream as well. And it's going to outspeed me, go for the Dazzling Gleam. And we have a Scarfed Sigilif here, which is a big surprise. And Sigilif is going to get absolutely dumpstered there by the Max Airstream. We're going to be getting a +1 in speed, and Sigilif is going to go down. Now, I was not expecting the outspeeding. It was definitely a Scarfed Sigilif, because if we had that +1 prior, we would have definitely outsped that Sigilif. I don't know if that's going to make that big of a difference, though. I mean, we tanked it pretty well. Had I not Dynamaxed, we would have still lived, but now that we have the +1 in speed and +1 in special attack, we're going to be hitting super hard. And we're going to be seeing what Bloud is going to send in here, because we have a good move for Dracozolt. Gigalith is gone, and Excadrill is also gone, and so is Raboot. So we are in excellent position to try and get this win. Let's see what he sends in here. I almost feel like he has to send in Dracozolt. Oh, and okay, Raboot's going to come in. That's actually not the play I was expecting. Okay. Definitely not the play that I was expecting. We're just gonna Airstream again. Oh, Sucker Punch. Okay. It's got the Libero. Alright, that's going to do some pretty solid damage. And we're going to be hitting that max airstream again. I was wondering, I'm like, Raboot isn't going to live. And then I saw Sucker Punch, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So we're now +2 in speed. They have, I believe, 2 Pokemon left. They have Dracozolt. And, oh, Corviknight. Okay, that's the other one. Alright, so we are going to be... We're just going to go for the Max Flare because it's going to be super effective. It doesn't make sense for me to go... I mean, it's going to resist every other move. And, yep, they're going to Dynamax the Corviknight. Okay, so... If we don't take out Corviknight, we're definitely going to go down. Which is fine. Which is fine. I'm actually fine if this thing goes down because Corviknight doesn't really have anything to hit the Rotom with. So we can send in Rotom, try and burn the Corviknight, and then we're going to be in excellent shape. And, yep, it's going to Max Guard, of course. I can't fault him on the Max Guard. That's actually an excellent play. And that is going to stall out our Dynamax as much as I didn't want to do that, and I now can't get the Sun up either. So, smart play by the opponent going for the Max Guard. I'm assuming off of, like, Roost or something like that. So... We're just going to fire off the Flamethrower. It's going to do some pretty decent damage. And it's just going to go for a Max Steel Spike. So that is definitely going to be Noivern down. There is no way it was going to be living that. And Corviknight's going to be getting a +1 in defense. So Corviknight goes down. We were still able to use a good use of the Dynamax though. And we're going to be sending in Rotom. Now I am going to be going for a Will-O-Wisp. There isn't really much that Rotom can do to the Corviknight though, because Air Slash unfortunately is my only attacking move. But Corviknight is kind of in a tight spot because it can't do much damage right now. Not only do we resist its main attacks, but we also can burn it, and yep, it's just going to go for Max Guard again. So it is going to be getting rid of its own Dynamax. But I'm assuming they just wanted to see what I can do, knowing that there isn't much that their Corviknight can do to me. Now, the only problem is I don't have a lot of ways to take this thing down either. So, actually, what do they have left? Yep, so they have Dracozolt. Now, Dracozolt I'm partially worried about. Yep, and he is going to withdraw Corviknight. And Dracozolt's going to come in. And we're going to be firing... Ooh, shiny Dracozolt. And we're going to be firing the Will-O-Wisp. And now we only have 3 minutes left of this battle. The timer goes by insanely fast. Now they cannot Dynamax this thing. The only problem is I can't do anything to this Dracozolt. And it's just going to go for Bolt Beak. Let's see how much this does. Does some pretty nice damage despite the burn. Oh, it is Life Orb though, so it's going to be losing some more health. So we should be able to get the win, and we're going to be getting some Leftovers recovery. Now, the only thing is, we can't do much to Corviknight, and it's fine. We're just... Do I want to sacrifice this thing? No. We're just going to go into Ferroseed, just because it can tank some attacks. And I want to keep Rotom alive just in case Corviknight is still here. So it's going to be going for a Bolt Beak. And we're going to be resisting. That is not going to do much at all, even with the Life Orb. And it's going to take some Iron Barbs damage, as well as the burn damage. So we're going to be able to get the win. And honestly, this was one of those battles where I felt the only thing I could do was I had to get rid of Excadrill, and then I felt that everything was where I needed it to be. Because Excadrill had me very scared, because it could have done a number on a lot of my team. Now, I'm assuming, again, he was Sand Force. Judging by the damage... So we are going to be able to get the win. They're still going to have a Pokemon left, but we're going to be able to get the win. And, oh, Corviknight. So Corviknight's going to come in. Now, they did want to keep Dracozolt alive, which I totally understand for sure. And we're just going to be knocking off the leftovers. Oh, they're already gone. Never mind. So we're just going to go for the Leech Seed on the Corviknight. We can't take it out, so we're just going to go for the Leech Seed. And that is going to pretty much be the end of the battle, because there's not really anything that they can do to this Ferrothorn. Honestly, this pickup was really good. I'm very glad that I made this pickup. It was a great asset, especially in this battle, because without Raboot, he did not really have a way. You know, we're just going to set up Stealth Rock for fun, because, you know, he's just going to go for bulk up. And we are going to be hitting the end of the timer. As much as I don't want to have to hit the end of the timer, we don't have a choice. And we're going to be getting the Leech Seed, and that is going to be the game. GG Bloud, an excellent game on his part as well. That Excadrill had me super scared, and I'm just going to kind of pick any move here, and that is going to take us to the end of the battle. But we got the win. We're up to 4-2 in the league. What a match, and we get the 4-2 victory. Possibly 4-1 if we could have gotten Dracozolt to come back in. But we get the win. GG Bloud. Excellent battle, and we are going to get up to 4-2 in this league. And yeah, that is it for the live stream. Didn't really get as much going on in it, but it's a late night battle. Honestly, if it's a late night battle, you're not really going to get as much going on. But we're 4-2. We got the win, and I'm super proud of the team that we constructed. And it did an excellent job as well. So, still wish we could have gotten a little bit more out of Noivern, but good plays on those max guards by our opponent as well. But we're 4-2 in the league, and now we can prepare for next week. Good night, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for Shiny Togepi because it's Easter. And it just seemed like a good idea. Take care.